Everyone, so today we are going to talk about the zero-day exploits, endpoint vulnerabilities. Our group is group 15. My name is Abdullah Ahmad and my friend is Muhammad Tahoon. So this is the topics that we are going to cover in this presentation. So introduction to the zero-day exploits. What are zero-day exploits? So zero-day exploits are basically the vulnerabilities and the softwares that are usually not known for the vendors are not been patched yet, and also a significance are that they allow attacker to breach system without detection and potentially leading to the data theft and compromisation of data, and also an operational disruption. So its characteristic is that it's not known and it's leverage vulnerabilities and have been provided or identified or patched. So the impact of this kind of attacks are very crucial to the organizations because they may lose a lot of financial losses, reputation damages, and also regulatory and non-compliance effects on the organizations. So it's very important to understand zero-day exploits, and it is crucial for the organizations to develop effective cybersecurity strategies to mitigate this kind of attacks, and like it, also they can prevent from this kinds of attack. So objectives of this presentation is to understand the concept of zero-day exploit and the impact on the endpoint security. Also, we are going to identify the possible indicators, the probable and the definite indicators of this kind of attack. Also, we are exploring the response procedure during, after, and before the exploits and attack. Also, learning and taking proactive measures to strengthen endpoint security to avoid these kinds of vulnerabilities in the future. And also we are going to talk about the post-attack strategies such as isolation and other patch development and other things. So in this slide we are going to discuss the indicators of the zero-day exploitation. So these are different categories. The first category is about the possible indicators. So this is something like an assumption that we are assuming that usual network activities or a spike or data transfer. So anything unusual that you are detecting, it means that it may be a possible indicator of a zero-day exploit. Also anomalies in the system logs, unauthorized access, or attempt to unusual login and patterns. Also another indicator is the increased CPU or memory usage or the affected endpoints. Also repeat reports of suspicious emails and or websites redirected by employees. So what are the probable indicators? It's the detection of unknown files and executables on the endpoints. Also unauthorized change in the system configuration and settings can be also a probable indicator of this kind of attack. So unfamiliar processes or services running in the background, and also unexpected system crashes and system hang, and this kind of indicators shows that there might be probability of the zero-day attack, and there's a time that we will be definitely sure that this is a zero-day attack. So what are the definite indicators of this attack? So confirmation of endpoint compromises through the forensic analysis. This is the best way to identify that yes, this is a for sure endpoint zero-day attack, that we have to check the logs for the zero-day exploit and confirm, okay, this log is coming from this source and this is unauthorized, and we can from that we can say that yes, this is a definitely endpoint zero-day exploit. And also evidence from exfiltration and unauthorized access to sensitive information can be also a definition of the zero-day exploit. So incident response plan during the attack. So when attack happens, what would be the IRP for this attack? So there are some key procedures that should be followed during a zero-day attack. So isolation of affected endpoints is that we have to immediately disconnect the software, the devices that are already breached or already compromised to prevent from a spreading of the threat. And also we have to inform the incident response team to take action immediately and mitigate this vulnerability. Also, we have to perform a forensic analysis to deep understand how this attack happened and where it comes, and we have to find the roots. Also, we have to do the patching and remediation. So with the vendors, with the help of vendors, and also we have to collaborate with them to develop and patch the vulnerabilities and fill the gaps so we can get rid of this kind of attacks. Also, communication internally and externally is very important because we have to inform our vendors, stakeholders, and other even employees and other collaborative teams that we have this kind of threats in our system, and so they can be aware and they can avoid being hunted by this kind of attack. Also, we have to monitor our systems for further activities to see that we are safe from this kind of attack and this system is also safe. And after that, we have to because of the business continuity, we have to restore our systems and our data after isolating the affected devices. With the rest of the system, we have to continue to our business, and we have to restore everything and conduct post incident reviews. So we have to evaluate and response proceeds to identify areas of improvement and implementation of necessary changes to enhance future reliance as well. So moving forward, my friend will take care of the rest of the slides.
And now we're going to move to IRP before the attack. We're going to discuss the key procedures. Protective measures before an attack is a circle for organization to implement protective measures for bolster their security posture before the attack strike. These steps are essential for reducing the risk of falling victim to zero-day exploit and other cyber threats. Now, regular vulnerability assessments. Conducting frequent vulnerability assessment is the key. So these assessments help to identify both known vulnerabilities and emerging threats, including potential zero-day vulnerabilities. By staying vigilant and protective organization can address security weakness before they are exploited. Patch management. Establishing a structured approach to patch management is vital. This involves deploying, testing, and validating patches promptly to address vulnerabilities by keeping system up to date with the latest patches. Organization can reduce their attack surface and thwart potential exploits. Endpoint security solutions. Deploying advanced endpoint security solutions is essential. These solutions come equipped with features that like behavioral analysis and application whitelisting, which help detect and prevent zero-day exploit by analyzing patterns or behavior and restricting unauthorized application. User education and awareness. So educating user about cybersecurity best practice is critical by providing training on how to recognize and report suspicious activities. Organization empower their users to act an additional layer of defense against cyber threat. And now we have data and disaster recovery. So implementing robust backup and disaster recovery strategies is paramount to this ensure that in the event of attack, organization can minimize data loss and downtime by quickly recovering critical data and system. The last one in this slide, incident response team training. Training incident response team is essential for effective response. This training should include scenario-based exercises and cross-disciplinary training to ensure response teams are well prepared to handle various types of security incidents, including zero-day exploit. Now we're going to move to the next slide, IRP after the attack. So we have some another key points or steps. First one, isolating affected endpoints. Promote isolation of compromised devices from the network to prevent further spread of exploit. This helps prevent additional system from being compromised. Containment. Containment is implementing measures to prevent the attacker from accessing additional system or data within the network. This limits the damage caused by the attack. Forensic analysis. Forensic analysis conducting through forensic analysis of affected endpoints to determine the extent of breach and identify entry points of exploit, and understanding how the attacker gained access to essential to prevent similar incidents in the future. Patch development, working with vendors or security researchers to develop patches or mitigations for the exploit vulnerability. This closes the security gap and reduces the risk of future exploitation. And communication, maintaining transparency and communication with the stakeholder to provide update on incident status, action taking. Clear communication help manage the fallout from the attack and maintain trust. The last one in the slide is incident documentation. Documenting all actions taken during the incident response process for post-incident analysis and compliance purpose. This helps ensure accountability and provide valuable insights for improving future incident response efforts. Now we're going to move to the conclusion. So in conclusion, we have some points we're going to cover. First one, zero-day exploit and endpoint vulnerability. Being by emphasizing the severity of the threat posted by zero-day exploit, targeting endpoints vulnerabilities, these exploits are particularly dangerous because they take advantage of vulnerabilities that are unknown to security professionals and software vendors, making them difficult to defend against the attackers. Second one, importance of a comprehensive incident response plan, which knows with IRP, highlights the necessity of having as well-defined IRP is placed to effectively mitigate the impact of zero-day exploit and restore normal operations swiftly. And IRP outlines the steps and procedures to be followed during after an attack, ensuring coordinated and efficient response. Protective measures for cybersecurity resilience. Stress the importance of protective measures such as regular vulnerability assessment, patch management, and user education. These measures help organizations to identify and address vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. Third, strengthening cybersecurity resilience and reducing the likelihood of successful attacks. Swift and coordinated response strategy. Emphasize the need for a swift and coordinated response strategy, including isolation of affected endpoints, containment measures, forensics analysis, and patch development. These actions are circular during and after attack to minimize the damage and prevent further exploitation of vulnerabilities. And communication and incident documentation. We're going to discuss the significance of an open and transparent for communication with the stakeholder and throughout incident documentation. Effective communication ensures that all relevant parties are informed about the incident, while throughout documentation facilities compliance legal requirements and continuous improvement of incident response process. Post-incident review for continued improvement. We're going to highlight the importance of conducting post-incident review to identify lessons learned and implemented corrective actions by analyzing past incidents, organizations can enhance their incident response capabilities and prevent future incidents more effectively. And the last one, prioritizing cybersecurity, conclude by stressing the importance of prioritizing cybersecurity and adopting proactive and responsive measures. By prioritizing cybersecurity, organization can effectively mitigate the risk posed by zero-day exploits and safeguard their assets and reputation in incredibly digital in a digital world. And we're done. And thank you so much for listening. Fuck that.